What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 11th and penultimate episode of Super Cub. This one's titled A Distant Spring. So yeah, spring will be on its way eventually. Not for a little while though. But yeah, we're actually on a bit of a cliffhanger, which is interesting because I didn't expect that sort of thing from this show. But hey, we're in the middle of a cliffhanger. So winter break, and we've also got our first little bit of snowfall. And by little bit, I mean a decent amount. The snowfall that's here in the UK, at least South UK, very rare to see anything like that. But we do meet up with Reiko, and we have some bike tire chains that can go on our Cubs. And I still find bike tire, well, not just bike versions, but like tire chains in general, it seems like confusing as to how they would be that much help, but it makes sense for them to be able to break through the snow, get to the road, and provide some traction that the rubber of a tire necessarily wouldn't manage. There's also like these other weird ways of doing it. It seems to be like these, I think they're called like a sock of some sort that goes over the tires and has this different material other than the rubber that supposedly is meant to help. It's very interesting, but I was kind of curious about them just because it just doesn't make sense to me, and because you don't see them often. Like I said, south of the UK, they're not really used because, well, A, we never get enough snowfall for it to get to the point. Like, we'll get a bit of snowfall over the winter, maybe, if we're lucky, but it'll never really set on the ground or come to a significant amount. If you obviously go further up north and towards the mountainous areas, obviously you're going to get a lot more snow, but here, not really a thing. I'm sure Scotland has much more snow to contend with every year, but not here in the south of England. But the second reason is because, well, even if you did have enough snowfall for it, chances are you wouldn't be legally allowed to use it because, well, we have gritting lorries, and this is something I mentioned last time. Like, whenever there is a predicted snowfall, or whenever there has been a heavy snowfall in like the middle of the day, gritting lorries will go out. So they'll there's like two different types of grits, one for when the snow has already set, and one for when you're preparing for a heavy snowfall. And that's the type that they apparently mixed up one year, and that caused a lot of problems. But because you use gritting, it becomes this weird, it just becomes a bit of slush, really, and your tires are perfectly good enough. Yes, it's still a bit treacherous, but chain tires don't exactly help you anymore in that case, and will probably end up damaging the road with the metal scraping against the tarmac, and British roads are not in a great state at the best of times, so having tire chains go over them constantly, that would ruin them. So, yeah, tire chains not really likely to happen down here, even if we do get a heavy snowfall, because, like I said, we have gritting lorries that do that job for us. I don't know if that's necessarily more effective. I don't know how much it costs the government to have these gritting lorries on demand like that, versus how much it would cost the average motorist to fit tire chains onto their... It saves the average motorist a lot of hassle, let's just put it that way. You're just waiting for the government to do it for you. But I understand how that sentiment might very much differ between us and the US, especially in terms of like expecting the government to do something for you, for the average person. I think that's a general perception. It's like anything that's handled by government in the US is often not looked favorably, but here in the UK, it's like still like we shit on the government, but at the end of the day, we know it will eventually get done because we have at least that much faith in them. We don't have faith in policy, but we have faith in the stuff that's kind of already set up. Ish. On average, anyway. But yeah, the treacherous bits comes with she, because she's been setting up a little Italian theme portion of the cafe, where Koguma and such will sit, and she's riding around on her bike a lot more, not just to go into town, find bits and pieces for Italian theme, but also just for fun, just recreationally, like just going out for a bike ride. And just as we finish the episode, Koguma gets a phone call, and she has managed to ditch her bike into the river. The bike looks pretty messed up. She didn't look cut or bruised too badly, but she was half in the river, which will be freezing fucking cold. Like that's freezing. And she's got to at least try and pull herself up out of the river as best she can to avoid like hypothermia and stuff, because oh boy, that's going to be nasty if you stay in there too long. So I'm sure Koguma's going to be rushing over there I don't know if we're going to let Reiko know as well and get her to rush over or not, but maybe we'll grab some blankets or stuff and then head over there to help warm her up. I don't know what the plan is. I guess we'll see this episode. So, yeah, kind of exciting and a little moment of drama that I didn't quite expect from this show, but it's still very, very well handled. But yeah, as per usual, these are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gives you access to all picture and picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows. They're a bit iffy at the moment, the Patreon request shows, just because I'm trying to rework my schedule a little bit to fit them in. It'll either be World Trigger or Sinful Gear or both that come out today. I'm not quite sure which ones it's going to be. I haven't recorded any of them yet. I'm about to go record them, so yeah, we'll see which ones actually end up going up today. Either way, they will all go up by tomorrow. Well, tomorrow from when you're watching this, they'll all be up, including Local Horizon, and the week should go back to normal, hopefully. But we also have movie reactions available on the channel, and this Saturday will be I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, the movie, as voted on by my Patrons. We do a monthly movie poll. First week of every month, you vote on a movie, and I watch that movie that month, and we just keep resetting that and adding new movies and such every time. I will probably be getting YouTube community polls to be involved with that to see what movies people are interested in going forward to add to those lists, so stay tuned for those upcoming as well. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time of the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play, then play say episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since they're the ones who licensed it. We have the Katakawa logo and then the Funimation logo to start, so it's about 10 seconds logos, give or take. I'll call them out as I go past, but you can also use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this by my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. And lastly, I mentioned this in Full Dive as well, if you've noticed that my voice sounds a little different, or you can hear something in the background, it is my new fan that I have back there, because it's getting warm again. Even at night, when I typically record these, like I like to record between like 10 and 3 a.m. That's usually my time where I'm like dedicated, right, this is the time I like to record. Even now, it's getting really muggy as well right now. We're due a thunderstorm any second, really. Like, I'm surprised it didn't come tonight. It might come overnight, it might come early hours of the morning. So I guess we'll see what ends up happening. But you might be able to hear the fan in the background on my mic. It shouldn't be too bad. It's on the lowest setting it is, so let's hope it's not too bad. But if I sound different in any way, that's why. Anyway, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Kalakawa? Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. This is when we get the phone call. Yep. You know, she's just like half in the river like that, like, oof. Can't even pull herself out of it. That's the problem. It's time. The music, though. Yep, careful you don't bail as well. Nice save, nice save. It's treacherous. Oh. Think you might have found it. Oh, Jesus. Yep, that's cold. Get her up and out of there. Get her out of the water. Get her out of the water. There we go. You alive. Oof, Jesus. I mean, that works, I guess. You need to get that jacket off, really. No, but seriously, she should probably get that jacket off. Drenched in cold water like that, it's not. It's way worse than just being out in the air temperature. I think. I mean, yeah. Yep, change clothes. Now she's gonna think about her bike, right? Actually, it looks in decent condition. It might not be a total write-off, actually. I thought it was a bit worse than that. Now we're letting Reiko know. Bike actually looks okay. We're gonna get Reiko to pick up the bike for us. Hmm. I mean, said she'd fit, right? I mean, we're gonna get you going. We can't leave you here freezing. Well, this is quite the comparison. Might help her dry off a little bit. uh, okay. Good rescue job. Danger averted. Should be. Now, the condition of the bike, we'll see. It was in one piece, though. That's good. She didn't have any, like, cuts or anything either. Which is good. At least none visible. Don't know if that's just the show not wanting to show those sorts of things, or still would have been one hell of a knot going down there. Hmm. Alright. Get you warmed up. Don't worry about it right now. Hmm. She's arrived. Okay, phone's fine. Bike, not so much. Ooh, okay, yeah, looks a lot worse. Yeah, that looks pretty bad. Hmm. Are you feeling a slight bit of... Maybe feeling a slight bit of guilt? Hmm. Finally gets like for it, now it's kind of wrecked. A distant spring. She's here as well. Yeah, hope you're okay and all. Goodbye. uh, just doing it out of the way as well. Nice. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. Hmm. Doesn't give a shit. Let's stare. Sure. Let's stare. wants to at least do something. Just, yep, let her know. Hmm. Hmm. Have the sniffle. Filling up and overflowing. Hmm. That would make me God. Unfortunately, I'm not God. Or she. Yeah. Do a lot of things, but it's not a God. Okay. Okay. Still worried about she though. No more bike, huh? Mm-hmm. It's got a different bike though. Yeah. They had to do for now. Not really a lot happening. But she, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wonder. I wonder if she will invest. Well, she needs to pass her license first. But I wonder if she'll try and get another Multan, or if she'll go straight for a Cub once she gets her license. I wonder. It would make sense for her to try and go for the Cub because, well, the show is about Cubs, but still. Guess it depends. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. There's the color coming back. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Nice. That's the episode. Okay. Nice way of linking her back into the original reasoning for getting a card. That was a nice way to link it back in. the final episode, Super Cub, obviously. Makes sense. Final episode be called Super Cub. Makes perfect sense. Wrap it all around. Good episode. Very, very good episode. I don't really have much more to say than that, honestly. Good to get her out of that water very, very quickly. Reiko as nonchalant as ever throughout all of that. Gotta love it. Shame about her bike. It looks like it is a write-off at that point. Like, the frame is pretty messed up at that point. Cost of replacing that and fixing it up probably is not realistic. How much is an Alex Multan bike? How much is an Alex Multan? Oh, they're pricey, huh? Well, that's an electric version. Never mind. Let's see. Multan bicycles. Here we go. So it's Speed, Jubilee, XTB, SST, TSR. What version of a Multan is she riding? Well, that's a question. What type of Alex Multan bike does she ride? And it doesn't really say. If anyone just lets me know what type of bike she's riding, because I'm kind of curious at that point. Because obviously different versions are going to be like different prices, right? So, got the Molten range, the Molten S, Molten AM, and Molten SE. And this is the new series. AM is the iconic versions. Special editions are different, okay. Interesting looking thing. So yeah, if anyone wants to let me know what version that she probably has. It looks like it might be a TSR, judging by TSR or a handlebar, or the Jubilee based on the handlebars, but it could also be a Speed. A lot of them have those handlebars now, look at them. But I mean, the TSR is the superb entry-level Multan, so seems like it might be the case. It looks like it's the cheapest of the lot as well. Multans range from £1,400 to 20 grand. Jesus Christ, how is there a bicycle worth 20 grand? I assume it's probably one of their like special limited edition ones that's probably the 20 grand one, but okay, the cheapest Multan is about £1,400. So, okay, that's a bit pricey, obviously, especially for a bicycle, but yeah, getting that repaired is probably more economical just to get a new one than it is to repair that one. Especially if it's the frame and the wheels. And one of those wheels did look a little buckled, so maybe it's just better off getting a new one. But again, the question is she going to want to get a new pedal bike, or is she going to just wait until she gets her license? Maybe this will be her chance to think, okay, with that gone, maybe I can get my license and maybe join them on the Cubs. It makes most sense, right? That all three of them would drive a Cub, but I guess we'll see what ends up happening. So, anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the spring 2020 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.